If you've not seen from my newer content, I really have been loving the tape method, so I am just gonna go ahead and apply some. So I'm gonna go ahead and take our shade Restless Soul, just taking kind of like a pencil type brush. So starting on the tape and then pulling inwards. I will take this shade to where that colored part of my eye is. And I'm just kind of creating a invisible line going up. I'm going to take it as high as I want. And then I'm really just stamping on this shadow to get really good pigmentation. Once I have that where I like it, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to another one of these kind of pencil-y, fluffy brushes that I like. And we're going to take the shade Grass is Green. And I'm going to start just by stamping over the edges here in this front colored part. And then same thing, start where our tape is. And just kind of flick in. So I'm going to take, I hope I don't butcher this, Las Palmeras. And I'm taking a pretty fluffy brush. And I'm going to stamp this, pretty much covering that colored part of our eyelid. And then pulling that up to pretty much where we have our shape going. Do our same thing. Next, let's go ahead and dip over into El Sol. So I'm just going to take that shade, fill in the rest of our lid space here. Then once again, our tape going inward. So I personally feel like this right here is a lot more apparent now where it's not blending. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to dip once into our dark shade and then once into our middle shade, kind of creating like a bit of a mixture. Starting from that tape, just use your mixture to kind of buff. Back in with this fluffier brush, I'm not adding any product. I'm just going to soften those edges. And just like that, I would say we're honestly that's a pretty good blend. So I'm going to go ahead, pull off my tape. Look at that line. Oh, it's so pretty. Let's do our shimmer. So I'm going to take La Fortuna. This is this really pretty color. So I'm pretty much going to take this shade and cover almost my entire eyelid. And then taking just a teensy Las Brisas. I'm actually just going to take a little flat brush. Bottom lash line time, I'm going to go ahead and take the same brush. Grass is Green. And I'm just going to mainly work that underneath our lower lash line. Taking it pretty much all the way. Stick with our big old brush. So back in with El Sol. Taking this underneath Grass is Green. And then to get some depth, taking back Restless Soul angled brush. I'm going to start off by taking some under the lash line just a little bit. And then I'm going to carefully help this to extend to where our tape is. I'm going to go ahead and take our flat brush again, dipping in with La Fortuna. I'm just going to pop a little under the eyelid. Right, here is our finished look. Let me know what you think.